Welcome to Spotlight Show on Eyes of Africa TV. My name is Ambassador Christobas, and I'm your host today on this program. And I have my co-host today, Edith Pauline. And we have our special guests.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this program. Hello, world. Hello, everyone. Hello, Africans all over the world. My name is Solace Gawu. I am originally from Ghana and I am living in Germany over 18 years. Currently living in Baden-Württemberg, the region Baden-Württemberg, and the city Baden-Baden.
So, how did you navigate your way into the German system as a foreigner?
Actually a very long story. Since 2001, May, when I finished with my secondary school, was the very first time I came to Germany for a school program in Hanover because my father was a lecturer, a music lecturer. So we got to know so many students from University Hanover who used to come to Ghana. So that was the very first contact I had. So I came there and then I established a few relationships before I went back to Ghana. 2005, I was here again because I also have some families in Hanover because the school I went in Ghana belongs to Bremen Mission Germans. It's a music school. So in this school, we do have so many Germans who used to come there. So sometimes semester break, they also come to stay with my family, and sometimes I also come to visit their family. So that was how it is. But 2008, I officially came to a city in North Rhine-Westphalia called Münster. Münster, Musikhochschule Münster. That was where I first of all registered to continue my music studies. Actually, I studied elementary music. First of all, many people know me in Ghana. I was young, but I used to teach music all over. And then I actually didn't pass the Aufnahmeprüfung, the admission exam in Munster. And we all know in Germany, in German system of admission into Musikhochschule, music universities, you always don't register for one university. You have to get three universities. Till today, it is the same because the Durchfall quota, the failure quota is very high. The tendency to fail that admission is very, very high. People from all over the world, China, Korea, Japan, and even Germans themselves are also studying it. So actually, I didn't pass. And my second choice was in Dortmund, but I didn't go there. The third choice was in University Freiburg, Musikhochschule. So that was where I came. That was what landed me here. Also, so I actually started the studies till a certain time I got pregnant. That is the little boy you used to see following me up and down. He's now 16 years old, big boy. So I had to pause the studies because that time living conditions became very difficult. I wouldn't talk about where is the father because people may ask why the father did not support. I will not talk about that aspect. So I had to pause the studies and then Einschreibung is what now of English. I had to go into a nursing. That was a certain woman because I used to sing also in state choir and also in a Kama choir. Kama choir is this classical groups of people. So I sing there as the only black person. So really get to know many people. And they advised me, okay, you need a constant income. Before you continue your studies, you need a constant income. And Germans also do it, something called house building. That was the first time I heard about it. That means that you have to pause this, you go and do something else, and then you can come back.
Yeah, house
So
builder,
I went
train.
something in that, yes.
Mm.
So I went and did these 3 years outdoor, and then I began to work, but I didn't work 100%. I was working 60, 80% so that I would be having a regular income to be taking care of my child while I continued my studies. And thanks be to God, actually, when I came, I got integrated very well, which means that not that I didn't mingle with our black people, I did, but not very much because I am coming from a black land, a black people's land, and I speak already my language. I know my culture. I am in another place. I need to study their culture. I need to know their social system because that is how the world is. If I have to just come and again being with the people that already we know the culture, then there is no need for me to come here. So I actually mingle with the originals of this town. I learn their culture. I learn their way. And this is what landed me at where I am now. They showed me the way. They showed you where you be. Then at the same time, simultaneously, you are also not neglecting your own people. You still go to them, but you have much access. I had much access or much profit from these people, the original, the German, and that was it. Actually, after that, I went to the university clinical to study something called pain management. So after I did that, I began to work as a pain nurse. They call it a SHMES fac assistant or that sort because pain doctors are doctors of pain. And if you are a nurse or somebody who wants to study something about the pain, then you will become a fac assistant, a specialist assistant to them. Yeah. So I actually work. First of all, I worked in an old people's home for over 6 months. That was the very first time. And then I now moved to oncology. I work so much with cancer patients, and then almost 8 years I work with them in palliative medicine. So that was how. This is how I have come to today. Then I moved to Frankfurt and mine. We said in Germany there are a lot of opportunities because most schools are free of charge. And if you are not married, you are not doing anything, use the opportunity to get as much as you can because there is a saying that if this economy is falling today, you can grab the certificate and enter the upcoming economy. So I went to the Katholische Hochschule in Mainz the time I was in Frankfurt. And then I studied something called international migration and integration because I like to work with my people, which means that I went to the Germans to learn their listen. I am coming back now to help my people who are in asylum home. I think you have been watching me. I do this free of charge. I have to help them to get into the system and not get deported. So since then, this is what I have been doing. But now I am doing something else also because of Africa.
That's great.
Yeah.
I must confess that you are a brave woman. That's good. I
Thank
love
you.
your I love your braveness. I love your motive behind things. I must confess that you
Thank
are really
you.
good.
Thank
Now, how do
you.
you come about the platform My Health My Africa?
My Health My Africa, actually, I started My Health My Africa when my child was 2 years old because uh, the pregnancy and birth, a lot happened to me. And actually, I didn't struggle so much. Every time something happened, somebody must come in, Germans must come in. And I actually sought help from my people who were already living here. Rather, I can tell you that they laughed at me,
Mm.
they mocked me. So what I normally do, why I started it was that I said no. What happened to me should not happen to my next person, an African. Why did it happen to me? Because I didn't know the way. Many people come here, they don't know the way. That is why most of these things can happen to them. So because of this, I said no. I must start something so that I will help my people. That was the idea why I started the My Help My Africa, but it was on a low key until 2019 when I realized that it has two ways. Uh, Many people actually want to enter the healthcare sector, but they don't really know how to do it. And also, many people are here. Sometimes people get sick, they don't have a paper. They are afraid to go to hospital because they feel that when they come out, they might, evict
Yeah.
them, like they will. So I just started the My Health My Africa so that we will go from house to house to integrate our people, to tell them that we are here to help them free of charge. Many people from the very onset did not believe us because they feel like, no, how can you do something like this for me without collecting money? Like three out of blue, that I started, and every year I made sure that everybody they say you have to leave this country, or they issue them deportation something. I said no. In the flag or in the healthcare sector, we are looking for people. So there is a way we did it. So that we will now stand in for our people. It is we that can stand in for our people. If, for example, in your house something is happening and you don't stand firm for your family, the outsiders may not be able to support you. You have to stand, defend your family. Then the outsiders, the Germans, can also come to support us to defend our people. This was the idea. So the idea, since 2019, we help people to go to school. We sign papers for them. We go to foreign office. We stand in, they call it power of attorney. We take this power of attorney. We ask them to collect their face from the system till everything is done. And most of them now, some of them are in the third year now, some of them are in the second year, some are in the first year, some are doing practicum right now and about to begin. So the idea was to rehabilitate our people, to help them integrate into the system, to navigate into the system without forcing anybody. It's free of that. Without collecting any penny. If I can school here and get stabilized by the grace of God, people help me, people I don't know help me, then why can't I also form an organization that we can be there for our people to stand in there, because many people know exactly what they can do to help our people, but they will not do it. And someone must do it. And this is
Yeah, right.
why MyHealth MyAfrica has come into existence.
I also know that there are ways people can move in from Africa, like coming here to do house being done, like a training, medical and nursing training. How possible or how true is that? Can you throw more light on that?
Yes, it is. If not because the few embargoes that are laid on a few countries, West Africa right now, due to the bilateral cooperation between
Mhm.
our country and Germany, this time around things are very difficult. We are on air.
Yeah.
There is still
What's
ways
possible?
somebody can do this kind of a thing, but then German schools right now, you will have to speak German a little bit to be
Yeah,
able
right.
to go into the
So
system.
B1 level B1.
So this time around, they now B1, or even now they are even trying to squeeze things and say that it's supposed to be C1. But
Mm.
that notwithstanding, uh, someone who has first degree already
Mhm.
can also apply for any health sector, something to study. You can even apply for a global health. Of course, I've been displaying them because I
Yeah,
work so
but
much
you
with
must
them,
have
and I
the
am
BI, you must have the B1 certificate attached to
now.
your.
Mm-mm, no.
Okay.
If you
Let
are
me let me,
applying for
let me get
masters,
it clearly.
if you,
Like
mm,
a registered nurse, for instance, can apply. Is that what you mean? Maybe you have a
a registered
certificate.
nurse, for instance, yes, it
Yeah.
depends on which country because previously, they used to take people from Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, but now they are no longer taking for now. But I know very soon. I don't know. The politics is we just begin a new
Change.
era of politics, so we just have to wait to know how their policies are going to be implemented. Now, already they have blocked one thing last 2 weeks. Uh, Nurses can come. They are importing nurses from India and Kenya and co right now.
Mhm.
And the rule is, I think, B1 or B2 to come in Deutsch language, B1 or B2, yes.
Yeah.
But if you have a first degree from there are so many ways to kill a cat, I always tell my people. Since they said that you cannot just come to do your 1 year approbation and then write your start exam and become a registered nurse here. Then If you have a first degree, why not just apply for masters in the university? That was when I mentioned global health care in the University Freiburg. Other people also have it. Other universities like the University Bonn have it. So you are practically going as a
But
master
you need the 12,000 euros.
block account.
Like,
Yes, you need that
yeah, I
12,000
think
euros
that's one
block
thing that.
account, or
Mm,
there are three ways. But the third way, many people don't really. It's not very rampant in the system, so many people don't know it, but it is working. The second way is if you have somebody here who can undertake for you that the person is working very well and has a very big house, income is good, not a half sphere person, somebody who is collecting social money, no. Or maybe the person is having a family. The family is like the person is having a property here. The person can undertake for you and say that I'll be your sponsor when you come. Yeah, that is the second option. The third option is that that means that you have to look for Arbeitgeber, an employer. And this employer is going to say that, yes, when you come, you are schooling and at the same time, you will be working by me. So your payment, university payment, will be taken by the company. So these are the three options. And the third option is working very well for West Africans right now. The third and the second option, which means that there's somebody can undertake for you, or if you have 12,000 euros or 13,000 euros to deposit and block it in an account, it's okay too. But the employer, these days, many companies, many foreign companies, especially in Frankfurt, we all know that all these foreign companies, English companies, are all located in Frankfurt.
mhm.
They are looking for foreigners. And if you have high skill, you just look for these people because they call it a dual studium. That means that berufsbegleitende studium. Berufsbegleitend is like you are working at the same time you are going to school. They parallel to which related to their working place. So definitely when you finish your studies, they are going to, employ you. You understand? It's
Yeah.
just more or less like the classical Ausbildung they do here. You are doing an Ausbildung and they are giving you Ausbildung for you some small monies like that. At the same time, you are going to school. That is how this type also works. You'll be doing your masters in the university and the company is still supporting you. IT companies are very much at that particular aspect. Yes.
Mm.
Hmm. In fact, I'm enjoying this program. I'm trying to inspire those that are weak to
Yeah.
be strong. Kudos to you there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what advice do you have for Africans living in Germany and in other parts of the world? What advice do you have for them? What do you want them to do so that the world, the society will respect them outside?
Oh, this is a very nice question. Thank you very much. My advice to my fellow Africans is that, first of all, unity. Unity among us. There is a saying that you see, this cutting thread is when cutting thread is one, is very weak. But cutting thread said that whenever we are together, we can carry a bigger stone. I plead with every African all over the world to get united with one accord. Everything they say that it is not, it's not good, we can turn it around to be good. Secondly, honesty. We need to be very honest with ourselves and also with our neighbors. Um, we have to motivate our neighbors, our friends, our brothers. Everybody we see today should be our brother. If we have been like that from time immemorial, we know that the slave trade has really cost a lot. But then we cannot continue to live in the past. We have to live in the present to be able to build the future. Honesty, helping one another.
Mhm.
Even in Germany, when you see everybody is struggling to rob Peter to pay Paul, that thing can never give us respect.
Yeah.
We should just live freely. Destiny differs. What belongs to you, I can never rob it.
Take.
Even if I rob it away from you, it cannot last. We should also have a free mind to be able to help at a least time. Number three, anywhere we find ourselves, we should try to integrate into that system to know what they are doing. We shouldn't just sit at home at all. We should move into the system. The more we know their system, their good point and their weak point, they can never cheat on us. The originals, like Germans, I mean, they cannot. We need to learn the language. Any part of Europe, any part of the world you are, you knew very well the reason why you carried your bag and left your home. Otherwise, you wouldn't leave home. You want to seek for something and you reach that place and you just sit in one corner. Doing what? You have to dive. It is when you dive into the ocean that you will be able to meet bigger fishes, smaller fishes, middle fishes. But if you are staying in your own place, you won't be able to explore anything. And also, we should defend ourselves. We should defend our people, our reputation. Whenever they call illegal immigrants, we call it irregular immigrants. In Germany, we are not even 1%. We are 0.5%. We are not many. If you want to talk about blacks living in Europe or the West, talk about Britain, English speaking countries here and there, French speaking country, France. Germany, we are very small, but the moment they mention, the news comes and they mention illegal immigrants, Germans will turn and begin to look at us. The people who are illegal here are much from East Europe and the East, these Arabic areas. But because
Yeah,
their
right.
skin is what? Is white. So
Right, yeah.
they don't really bother about them. Blacks don't commit crime as you think. It is because if one black commits any crime today, it's equivalent to 100 crimes somebody has committed. That is how they rate it. So with this mentality, I plead with every black anywhere they are, unity, seeking good for one another. Just throw in the bread upon thy waters, you will pick it one day. The moment I wish you good, good will come to me. It must not necessarily come from you to me, it will come from somewhere to me. Unity is what I plead with all of us. If you need help, ask your fellow black. Please, fellow blacks, if your fellow blacks ask you for help, please help. Help freely without demanding anything. Without sometimes when you listen to what fellow blacks will do to a fellow black, you will ask yourself, what are we even struggling in this Europe instead of us to be one? That is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time today. Um, it's really nice and educating that a lot are here to learn integration, uniting yourself as an African, and I hope we all out there will be able to do as you have said. I think maybe one thing to another coming together, like we Africans also, we really need to do better too. We really need to do better. We are not ready to. If we know one thing, we keep it to ourselves. We want to be the only person doing that. So, have any other advice you want to give out there to people apart from this one? Do you have anyone, even those at home, or you have an intention one day, like, okay, after all this time, you want to go back home and sit down there? So, is there anything you want to tell people? Okay, while you are here, you need to see things back home, or just build all your life here?
Mm-mm. Um, I think you'll also be seeing me in Africa. Every year I travel to Africa twice. I
Okay.
also plead with my people here. My people, like if you are in abroad, I'm not saying that everyone is abroad in abroad is rich, but
Yeah.
wherever you come from, you mustn't shut the door to that place. And there is also something that whenever you sow seed, I'm not a biblical person. I am a worldly. I am a humanist. Whenever you sow seed into many humans, your old age, you won't be idle. So I plead with many people. I know many people are doing their best, but the village you come from, please sit back, close your eyes, and then think about look in the darkness back to that village. Many children are waiting for you. Even just 50 euros alone can take care of them for even 3 months. You can take care of them, can take them to school. So try to, do something back home. Give scholarship to little children to go to school. Rehabilitate many of these school dropouts. Those ones that got pregnant. Teenage pregnancy has really cut off their future. Try to help them. You mustn't give plenty. A little by little, before you realize you have built a very big ocean. I am pleading with many of us. Many people only believe that they have to buy things, go and do show in Africa, do big parties here and there. How will it profit the man? Just to gain today and tomorrow is not secured. But the good you are doing to these children, children's spirits are very, very clean. Anytime they say, "Oh, thank you," not is just that one alone is a big prayer that is protecting you. You will be sleeping. People will be thinking bad about for you. You will see it with your two eyes. Please think home. Do good for these children. Our government back home is not helping matters. But then you are here. You mustn't do big thing for many people. No. It starts little by little from your village. Make sure children go to school. Pay their school fees. Sew school uniforms for them. Buy books for them. Go and be controlling if they are learning. What is it? You see people in social media living in Europe. They will buy one pad, menstruation pad, and go and be giving to people. They hold it, they take pictures. This is squash. It is also embarrassment for our people. You understand? I'm not saying that they shouldn't buy one this thing. This is all it's called a verbal. They are only trying to take those pictures to lure people to collect money again for their own enrichment. I plead with my African people. Anything we are doing, let us be very careful because these are some of the things we think Europe don't know about. They know. That is why the respect is also not there for us. This time around, you go around in Europe, especially in Germany. Everywhere you pass, everybody is having a Ferrari. They call it a Ferrari. I'm having foundation. When you look into the foundation is not really a foundation, it's a personal foundation. Some of them, their husbands are their financial secretaries. They themselves are the founder. Their cousin is the treasurer. Who are we deceiving in Germany? Let us know what we are doing. If we truly want foundation that I grew up to know, you have to be selfless for the people. Do things for the people here in land and do it selfless for the people also there. You can't be here, my dear Africans, I know you are hearing me. You can't be here and say you have a foundation. You go to Africa, they give you money to give to people in Africa. You still collect gate fee from them. The t-shirt you bought for them, you still collect, sold the t-shirt for them. The money you are supposed to give them, you still borrow the money for them. So it doesn't really work. Please, we can rewrite these stories, dear Africans, so that our names will be clean. Number one, to summary, invest in people in Africa without expecting anything back. Number two, invest also for your future. You can buy treasury bills, or make sure that you have invested also in human beings, and then also buy bills, treasury bill for yourself. I'm not saying build business for people because those squander is also in Africa. I'm just talking balancedly. Buy treasure bill for yourself and then always control and make sure that the people you are taking care of in Africa, they are also really making use of what you are doing for them. And when you come here, let us get united. Everything we are doing, make sure that our hands are very clean. Not because we want to have foundation and use it to be robbing Peter, to be paying Paul, and enriching our own pockets. No. Thank you all.
That's wonderful.
For your time and on this program, and hope we all learn a lot from here. Thank you so much for joining us on this program, and we look forward to having you again and again.